So I love where you went with this. So I don't know how much you know about the Instagram sports card hobby community, but they're bipolar. One week they're excited, they're happy, this is the best thing ever. Last week, prices are collapsing, Vegas Davis right, this is going to be a mockery, all this stuff. So Cage, wanting to add a little humor, he took some shots at people, and our friends in Australia made him the lemon of the week or the lemon of the week. And one thing specifically is because he came at LeBron James and LeBron James not being a GOAT. So you famously have also had reservations, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so please elaborate here, about LeBron James really being that great. What's your take on LeBron James, the player?
If he agrees with me on LeBron James, we're going to have to go do karate in the garage together because we're going to become best friends, me and this guy. Are you sitting? You're not a LeBron lover? Because these kids, man, Patrick, they love LeBron.
I'm not a LeBron lover.
That, by the way, if there's one thing that's hazardous for my health, it's to come after LeBron on these podcasts. These guys go nuts. But
let's talk about LeBron. Okay, first of all, LeBron. LeBron is Team LeBron first.
That's right.
LeBron is the first guy in the history of the league who has this level of monopoly that LeBron has. Kobe never had monopoly because Kobe was hated. Okay, so Kobe didn't care to be your best friend. Okay, Michael Jordan didn't have a monopoly because Michael Jordan was also hated. He didn't care to be your best friend. LeBron cares too much to be liked by everybody, which means what? His agent is everyone's agent. The league has to figure out a way that you cannot do that. There is a monopoly right there. Then you got, what's the Carter, Maverick Carter. Then you got Rich Paul. Then you got the media company that is coming out. Then he's got all these people in his pockets behind, not that he's paying them off, but to write good articles about him, which I understand why some people are scared to write negative articles about him because they're only making 75 grand a year. So if he makes one phone call and say, I will never do an interview with ESPN ever again if you don't fire that guy. So you have to know that people are scared shitless of LeBron James. I mean, no, you cannot dispute that. There is no question. All these people making $50,000 to $100,000 a year income who write the journalists, they're never going to tell you the truth. They're mostly scared. Only a small percentage of them, 5% to 10% of them, are really going to tell you how they feel about the whole thing. Most of them would much rather be invited to LeBron's birthday party than to earn the clients and the listeners, loyalty. So now, let's set that aside. That's LeBron James. Is LeBron's wealth going to surpass a lot of people's wealth in the game of basketball? 100%. Is he going to be worth more than Michael? I don't know about that. Michael's shoe contract is just so ridiculous. Michael, if you just do basic math, Michael's a $100 billion guy in the next 20 years. So if LeBron's going to be a $100 billion person next 20 years, do people go goo gaga over LeBron's shoes the way people do over MJ's? No way. So shoes, not in the same league. Media, Jordan could care less about having a media company. LeBron does. LeBron's constantly wants to be in the news. Jordan doesn't want to be in the news. Jordan's more the old school. You know the movie American Gangster where the guy tells Frank Lucas, why are you wearing a jacket? Like, why'd you give me something like this? And then he burns it. And that one scene where Frank Lucas burns it, that's more Michael. LeBron is more, look what I'm wearing. Look who I am. He's kind of more out there. So, it's like John Gotti versus, old school mobsters that they didn't want people to know. John Gotti was the one that was out there. That's kind of LeBron. He's out there constantly. Jordan was not. So now, go to the game. If you look at the game, the greatest human specimen the game of basketball has ever seen is two people. It's only two names. The greatest human specimen we've seen in the game of basketball at that level is Shaq and LeBron. You can throw Dwight Howard in there. You can throw Michael Jordan in there. None of them are close to those two names, period. Nothing comes close to Shaq and LeBron. So God-given 6'8", 6'9", running a 4.4 40, acceleration the way LeBron's got, and he just pushes you around. The guy looked like a 30-year-old at 18 years old. I mean, it's just insane when you look. This guy came out of high school. You already know the guy was a Hall of Famer. And you have to give him a lot of credibility that with all of that pressure on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 16, 17 years old, he went above and beyond what the world thought he was going to do. Let's face that. So let's put all that stuff aside. As a great player, I rank him as the second greatest. Resume-wise, by the time it's done, resume-wise, nobody in the history of the league, when it comes down to statistics, is going to have a better resume than LeBron. And LeBron could still win 7. He could still win 7. It's a 5-10% chance. but he could still win 7. I put 5% chance of him winning 7. 6 he could to tie Mike. 7 he could. Let's say 5% chance. Now let's go to Michael. Everything I said to you, if we played a game of let's play NBA draft, you got first pick. You pick LeBron, guess who I'm picking? I'm picking Michael. But if you pick Michael, guess who I'm picking? Shaq. You pick Michael, I'm picking Shaq. After Shaq, because again, to me, it's dominance.
I love him even more. Yeah, I'm a huge Shaq guy.
It's dominant, right? If you put the GOATs, there is no way in the world LeBron's even close to Michael when it comes down to the conversation of GOAT. It's not, I know people will say close. I know a lot of the younger guys are going to hate me. They're going to send me messages on Twitter and whatever it is. I'm just telling you, they don't compare. And if you don't believe it, go buy the special DVD set series of Michael Jordan's games. It's like 6 DVDs. I'm not even talking about Last Dance. I'm talking about from the 90s where it shows all his big games. Just watch the game. See what he would do. LeBron's not close to Michael in that area. Although he will be the second greatest player of all time, he already is, in my opinion.